We must protect the river because the river is our life, and the river is the future of our children and their children and their children. That river is priceless. You cannot put a value on the Skeena River. You cannot put a value on wild salmon. And so why would we endanger pristine water like the Skeena?
We like to refer to us as the Gitxsan and all of those First Nations along the Skeena as the salmon people. We were very reliant on our salmon. My grandmother had always talked with us about the day when the salmon may not return. She talked about her grandmother talking about this black venomous snake that was going to come through our territories, and pretty soon it would extinguish our salmon life.
They say that they want to run an LNG pipeline from Alberta to the coast, putting this massive place in one of the most delicate areas at the mouth of the Skeena River that would destroy all species of salmon.
The heartbeat of our nation sits in the core of Mother Earth. And government is trying to drill to the core of Mother Earth. And there are going to be people worldwide that are going to stand united to protect the heartbeat of our nations.
When you come to the north coast of British Columbia, everything that you see is because of the salmon. You could feel it in the air when the runs are coming in. It's like life gets brought into this area. And if that wasn't to happen, then what kind of life would it be for not just us, but all the animals and the plants and everything that rely on it? It's a scary thought. When they were doing the environmental assessment down at Flora Bank, they scooped up some of our smolts, and we were able to show that our smolts are utilizing that site. And still, they wouldn't consult with us until the 11th hour. They tried to come in and say, well, okay, maybe you are affected. And that's the whole reason why we're in court now.
We said, if you're going to propose a terminal right smack dab in the middle of the Skeena estuary, the one place that 100% of every single salmon and steelhead from every tributary across the whole 54,000 square kilometers of this watershed, they all go to that one place, right where they want to put that terminal. How about we just don't put it there?
Many of us now feel that the legitimate claims that First Nations have on their traditional territories to manage those for the long term, the way they should be managed, are really the only avenue now that's available to anybody to oppose these projects.
My ancestors, my grandparents, and their grandparents have all protected this land and tried to look after it as best they can, and I think it's our job to carry that on. If they put the facility in here, then they contaminate the water, they contaminate the air. They will be taking away of life away from not only me and our tribe, but they'll be taking away the life of all the surrounding villages, right out as far as Haida Gwaii and maybe parts of Alaska. My chief has said, you take away the fish, you take away the people.
So it's important, very, very important, that we speak up when it comes to saving the estuary, when it comes to saving the water, the air, the land. Everybody has the right to speak up, everybody. You know, if we're there to save that, it's going to take a tremendous amount of people to come together, because a foreign company like Malaysia to come into my territory and say, this is what we're going to do, I don't think so. What is more important is the salmon, our resources. What are we going to eat? Because we're fish-eating nations, right from here all the way up to mighty Skeena, all the way up to Tahltan.
Industry will be here for a very short period of time and they'll be gone. But the people that live here will live here forever. We need to have that cycle continue for thousands and thousands more years. We need our people to be able to survive on that salmon. We need everyone's support. And we need to hold our heads up high and know that we're not going to lie down and get run over. We're going to stand up. We're going to stand up to the very end, and we're not going to quit fighting.